What is going on here, folks? Morecast here. We just got done watching the Clash, the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum, the second running of said event. And I gotta say, it was a long night. Somehow, I watched the entire thing without falling asleep because the whole time I essentially was pretty pissed off that you get 1, 2 laps of racing in, and then somebody gets dumped. You got to stop the whole field and rack them up again, do it again, another lap or two, somebody spins, just on and on. Total of, I think, 16 cautions, and at a point, it's just ridiculous. I don't know what happened between last year and this year, because last year I saw they had the graphic on Fox that last season there were only 5 cautions in the feature of the Clash, and this season, when they showed the graphic, it was up at the 15th caution. So not ideal, not fun to watch. Um, when the racing was actually going on, when you get a good 5-10 laps going, you were seeing some good racing. Guys using different approaches to the corner to try to get an edge on the guy, because you had to get yourself in good positioning to complete the pass, whether you're on the inside or the outside. Kind of either get positioning on the inside for a good entry to the next corner, or get to their outside and kind of pinch them down so that they can't get as good rotation and exit off the corner, and that'll cause them to not be able to hold you off. So you're in a better position on the outside, which personally I think I would have, if possible, if you can get to that outside, kind of hold them. But that would seem to be only ideal more in the mid pack, as some of the drivers were saying, because once you got closer to the front, it was a lot more difficult because you had to essentially capitalize on mistakes with the guys up front. Versus, in the mid pack, you had guys, banging into each other and, losing momentum, and you could just capitalize going on the outside. Sometimes make it 3 wide, make it work, and gain, a couple positions in a matter of a few corners. So, but yeah, once the racing did actually get into a little bit of a run, it was better to watch. But man, those caution after caution after caution was just irritating to watch. Martin Truex Jr. did pull off the win. Good for him. He had a rough season last season. Just for the fact that he didn't get any wins. He was one of the top point getters of the season, but this day and age, you got to win to make the playoffs, and didn't do that, so missed the playoffs. So it's a good start, good rebound season for him this year so far, to start out. But I kind of feel, man, for Ryan Preece, he was up there leading the race for a good while there. Those cautions after cautions were helping him, but once he got passed by Truex, and then he started having, I believe, electrical issues, lost a lot of track position, and just never could get back up there. So hated for him, but hopefully he's gonna have a lot more good runs for Stewart Haas. As far as should this race continue to go on at the Coliseum, I don't know. Like, I don't see a huge benefit for it. Just the stands didn't look full. They looked less full than last year. Moving it tonight was good. It seemed like a better atmosphere, at least on TV, than last year. But just with the race we had tonight, mixed with the which appeared to be lower attendance, and the issue of logistics of getting all the teams out all the way to California from North Carolina mostly, and then headed back there before they head to Daytona in a couple weeks. It just, I see what they're trying to do on the West Coast and in the big market, but I don't know. Maybe they can try another short track maybe to start out the season. Not to start out the season, but for a Clash. They've repaved Rockingham. They're gonna build up the facility. Maybe that could be a potential Clash location. It's just the Coliseum track is too small. You can't really race there. You're either bumping into people, get them out of the way, which I get bumping, rubbing's racing. That's the saying, but I mean that can't be your only means of getting by people. And when you get caught mid pack or you get spun and sent to the back, you're doing everything you can to get back to the front, and that causes the caution after caution of people just trying to do too much and cause problems to other drivers, and it's not fun to watch when it's just incident after incident after incident. You want to see it from hard racing and the guys being on the edge, but not just overdriving the corners and ramming into people. That's not as interesting to me, at least. But anyways, the Clash, they may do it again next year. The rumor going around, I saw a tweet, I believe from Adam Stern, is that Auto Club, well, it's confirmed already now that Auto Club will not be ready for 2024. So the rumor, or one of the options being mulled over by NASCAR is to make the Coliseum a points race, which I think that would be a bad idea because of all the nonsense that goes on, or that went on tonight, the potential for it, and it's just, how are you gonna? It was already a small track for, what was it, 27 cars, 26 cars. Now you're gonna have all the chartered cars out there, which is what, 36. You can have 10 more cars on that small track going for points, and that's gonna. I don't see how that works. You got to go to for a points paying race. You got to go to a track that's I think race ready for these type of cars. These type of cars on a quarter mile, it doesn't seem to work. But as far as a replacement for the Clash, Rockingham, I don't know if that's an option, but that would, I think, to at least get it back, if not for a points race, to get it back in the schedule in some sort of way, to make maybe Wilkesboro a Clash instead of the All-Star race, because that facility still is not anywhere near up to par with all these other tracks that are already race ready. You know what? Screw it. Put Chicagoland as the Clash. It is ready to go. Mile and a half, great racing. Could be day or night, whatever you want. Just bring Chicagoland back. We all want it back. You're gonna put the street course out there, Chicago. Head a little bit over to Joliet. Let's go to Chicagoland for the Clash. Just because I don't know if going back to Daytona will work. I mean, it was already on a major downturn having it at Daytona, whether it be the the main oval or the road course. Man, the Coliseum, it's the vision for it, and if the perfect storm happens, it could be successful. But just these first 2 years, man, it just definitely not for a points paying race. For an exhibition, sure, it could be fun, but like races like tonight aren't fun. I think that about wraps it up for my thoughts for the Clash tonight. Glad Truex won. He deserves it. He had the fastest car, and he's definitely seemed to figure it out by the end of the race. Put himself in a good position and capitalized and took the win. But I'm already itching for Daytona for the 500. Can't wait for that. Hopefully it'll be a good race. Because that'll be more of some real racing. Plate racing, but hey, that'll be better than what we had at the Coliseum tonight. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Appreciate any views, all the views, all the likes on the video. If you want to hit that subscribe button, I'd appreciate it so much. I'm gonna be doing a lot more posting on this channel. I don't know about doing a post-race video every week, but figured tonight would be a good night to start, and we'll see how it goes. A lot more stuff coming to the channel. Plan on it. So thanks for tuning in. You guys have a good one.